Hi, everyone. Dr. Partha Nandi here. Thank you for joining me this evening or this afternoon or this morning. Just talking to you about a pretty important subject. And, I'm a father of three children. So this is really a super important topic to me. That's bullying, school bullying. And I know that so many of us who are parents or students who know friends who've been bullied. And right now, I'm sure as we are talking, there are students who potentially got bullied today. And so people say, well, what's the big deal, right? It toughens them up or whatever it is. I'm here to say that, I think that it's really important to know that this could really have an impact for a lifetime. And we have an opportunity to create some health heroes here. Again, the reason why I do these lives is because I want to give people the opportunity to make a real difference in people's lives. So I what I mean is that we can have the knowledge to really empower people and let them know that, you know what, this is something that we can actually fix. So that's why I'm talking about it. Once we know the information, we can see how important it is and really make a concerted effort to make a difference. So let me get right to it. So research showing that children who are bullied can struggle for a lifetime. So study out of United Kingdom showed 7,000 teenagers, right? 7,000 teenagers who who are studied in the United Kingdom, and they found that by age 25, victims of teenage bullying faced a 40% increased risk for mental health issues, right? Like so low self-esteem, depression, and anxiety. They could also have trouble finding a job. They're having trouble with things that you and I, have to deal with as parents. Any teen who has faced violent bullying or had frequent problems with this have worse encounters later on in their lives. And so we're talking about unemployment. We're talking about things that you wouldn't even think are related, but it actually can. And so what are some of the examples that we're talking about? What are some of the things that people who are actually, you know, getting bullied? What types of bullying actually make a difference? Number one is stuff like being excluded from peer groups, having personal items stolen, being threatened, or experiencing some sort of violence. Teen girls had more psychological bullying, while boys who are teens are more likely to experience violent bullying. So those are the general rules, although it could be either way. It can go really either way for both sexes. But men or boys have more violence, and are being usually have more physical violence, whereas teenage girls tend to have more psychological bullying. And so what can we do, right? The thing is, you can't have your kids sit there in a bubble and not have any experience with anything in their life. However, you can do this. You can show them self-esteem and reliance, right? You have to get positive skills to lessen the negative consequences. Make them understand that you'll always be there with them. You'll always be there for them. Secondly, discuss bullying with your kids. Let them know that no matter who it is, this kind of behavior is not acceptable. Whether it's even if it's your teacher, even if it's your close friend, this is not acceptable for you. So it's really important to know that. Um, you know what what really is important is not just to talk about it, but really having tools to make it really useful for folks to do something that can change and make health heroes instead of having kids that are bullied, right? You want to make sure that you want to give them tools so they can be resilient. Make sure that if your child ever is bullied, they know that you're there for them. You will help them figure it out. And lastly, this is super important. Teach your kids how to de-escalate a conflict. You can tell, the bully, you can teach them how to tell the bully to stop by using a very calm voice, not to escalate it, walk away, find an adult who can help. Really important to give them tools so they have the courage to be able to deal with this. So super important. All these tools can really make an impact on people's lives, an impact on the lives of loved ones. So again, we want to create health heroes. We want to create folks that are are being encouraged to thrive. So those of you just joining us, talking about bullying and kids who are bullied and the effects that happen throughout their lifetime. It's not just a effect in just when they're in school, but throughout their lives. And we talked about looking at studies where 7,000 teenagers in the United Kingdom interviewed multiple times over several years. And what they found was that by age 25, teenagers who were victims of bullying had a 40% increased risk for mental health issues like low self-esteem, depression, anxiety, important stuff like that. And also that they would have trouble finding a job. And we can really make an impact on their lives by addressing those important events and saying, you know what, we're there for them. This is how you can deal with it. This is how you can actually make a difference in the lives of these young men and women who are really facing unfortunate situations in their school and their social lives. So thanks for joining me on the live today. And remember, make healthy living a part of every day. You can get tools to really make a difference in the lives of all these young folks. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much.